Hello and welcome to SEO is Not That Hard. I'm your host, Ed Dawson, the founder of keywordspeopleuse.com, the place to find and organise the questions people ask online. I'm an SEO, developer, affiliate marketer and entrepreneur. I've been building and monetising websites for over 20 years and I've bought and sold a few along the way. I'm here to share with you the SEO knowledge, hints and tips I've built up over the years. Hello and welcome to SEO is Not That Hard. It's me here, Ed Dawson, hosting as usual. And today I just wanted to bring you news of a new free digital PR ideation tool that has been released. Now this tool's been released by Search Intelligence. You've probably heard of them if you have listened to many SEO podcasts because they advertise on quite a few. There's a guy called Ferry and he talks about campaigns they've done, successful ones like Who's the Smartest Royal and ones like that. So you'd have probably definitely heard of them if you've listened to enough podcasts. So they've now released this new tool and they called it Idiot Online. And yeah, so the place to go and see it is to go to idiot.online. That's as simple as that, the URL, idiot.online. And this tool comes up with 100 digital PR ideas for you. All you need to do is enter a domain name and then click generate. And yeah, it will take about 30 seconds or so, and then we'll come up with all these ideas for you. Now, just a word of warning, when I've tried using it, quite often, sometimes it doesn't work first time. So if you just get no results or anything like that, just give it another go. I think we're probably getting quite a lot of people trying it out. Now, so how it works is you give it a domain name and it clearly goes and downloads your homepage or a bit of your site. And then, they're obviously using some kind of AI, probably, OpenAI API they're sending. They're coming up with what the main sort of concept of your site, so what your main site topics are. So I used it for broadband.co.uk and it's pulled out the site topics: broadband deals, internet speed tests, broadband providers, broadband guides and advice, and broadband news. So obviously it goes and determines what your site topics are, and then it generates some ideas around some specific digital PR ideas. Now, obviously, because digital PR, which I've talked about before, but if you're not completely familiar with it, digital PR is where you come up with a story around the topics that your site is about, and then try and push those out to journalists and other sites to hopefully pick up your story and run with it. Because obviously, the idea being that if you can come up with a story, an angle, or a hook that's interesting for other people to talk about, especially if it sort of has a crossover with their site or their audience, then they're more likely to run with it. And you're hoping that people will link back to your original study or original idea or back to your site. And even if they don't, you at least get a lot of brand awareness built from it. And it's considered a white hat link building tactic and brand awareness tactic. Now, they obviously have got a process they use at Search Intelligence, obviously very successful. They've got like 90 people, and if I have no reason to disbelieve that they're doing well. Now they've obviously got internal processes and they've got various types of digital PR campaigns that they lead with. And it's clear looking at these results that they've taken some of their most common, obvious ways that they come up with ideas and are now using ChatGPT or some other AI, maybe like Claude or something like that, to then generate ideas based on their processes. So they've obviously, behind the scenes, there's some prompts that they've built in, and they're using these prompts to come up with these ideas for you. And their ideas, they split across 10 categories. And for each of those 10 categories, they give you 10 ideas. So let's have a look at their categories. So they've got digital PR ideas is their first one. So a couple of examples that they've given for the broadband.co.uk is the top 10 cities with the fastest internet speeds, or broadband deals comparison, which providers offer the best value, rural versus urban, broadband speed disparities revealed. So obviously these are ideas. You obviously got to put a lot of work in to execute these ideas. You've got to obviously come up, do the research, come up with the compelling content, and then obviously go out and promote these to journalists and other sites to try and link to you. But at least it gives you some ideas. So that's their digital PR idea category. And then they've got the next category is saving / preventing / exciting. So this is where they're coming up with ideas around how to save people money, how to prevent harm happening, or some kind of exciting ideas that will, get people interested in reading about. So they've got like experts reveal 7 genius tips to slash your broadband bills, or saving money, how to choose the right broadband deal for your needs. And then we come down to exciting. So exciting new technologies that would change your broadband experience. So they're giving you ideas about the kind of things that people will want to read about. And yeah, they're good titles. I mean, they're pretty good. I mean, I'm looking at these thinking, yeah, this is the kind of things I'd be interested in reading if I saw these headlines. Next, they've got warnings and dangers. So obviously, again, working on that kind of like psychology of people, that they want to know if there's a danger they should be looking out for, if there's a warning they need to hear. So experts warn of the most common pitfalls when choosing broadband deals. The other good one was, where was it? Yeah, beware these common broadband installation problems. Yeah, it's just good ideas like that. Next, they have best/worst/tools. So like, these are the best things to go for, or the worst things you must try and avoid. Good tools that you can use for helping learn about which broadband to get, that kind of thing. And they've got frequency/how often ones. So how often should you check your broadband speed? How often should you review your broadband contract? Things like that. Then they've got why/why not ones. So why you should compare broadband deals before signing up. Why not rely on internet speed tests alone? Why switching broadband providers could save you money. So there's a good why not. Why not overlook hidden fees in broadband deals? Warns consumers about hidden fees and how to spot them in broadband deals. And then they've got come on to some media ones. So these are ones which are ideas that are going to specifically target particular types of media. So they do a UK tabloid media and a US tabloid media. So these are ones where obviously they think these are going to get into the kind of the national tabloids in the UK and the US. An interesting one here is your internet speed killing your love life. Shocking revelations on how slow broadband could be ruining your chances at finding love. I can imagine people clicking on that if you can come up with the right content around it. And for the US tabloid media, they've got hidden secrets of internet speed tests, what your provider doesn't want you to know. Discover the truth behind those speed tests and how to really measure your internet speed. Then they come on to regional media, so the UK regional media and US regional media. And these are particular ones because regional media tend to really love, if there's anyone talking about their particular area, that they will sort of land on that and go, hey, someone's talking about us, so we'll put it in our regional website or a regional newspaper. So just reading through these, you'll see how they come up with ideas for very specific use cases and for specific types of content that journalists like to work with, basically. Now, obviously, they've launched this as a lead generation tool for their agency, because next to every idea they come up with, they have an execute this idea link, which takes them to their searchintelligence.co.uk homepage. So they're definitely, it's a lead magnet for them, basically. But it doesn't mean it's not useful for people who want to do it themselves. And yeah, I've tried it across a few different niches. Obviously, the broadband one, I tried a plumbing one, and that gives some really good ideas. So yeah, expert plumber reveals 10 tips to prevent winter pipe bursts, save big on your heating bills with these 7 insulation hacks. So you can see how, they can come up with ideas across a very broad range. And I just thought it was a useful tool, an interesting one. If you're thinking of doing any digital PR, it's definitely something I would say look at in terms of giving you some ideas. Obviously, there's a lot more to it than just having the ideas. You've got to execute on it, but sometimes just having the ideas can be the hardest thing to do. And even if you don't pick an idea out of this, it might give you some ideas on the kind of areas to go, or the kind of things that journalists are looking for. They're obviously, they've got, especially like the ideas around the best and the worst and the why nots, warnings and dangers, the kind of stuff that people naturally want to read. It's sort of tapping into that psychology of what is clickbaity for people. And, you really want to have that clickbaity content with this digital PR, because journalists only want to write about stuff that people want to read about, and have titles that people are going to click to read, because they're measured themselves on their readership. All these big newspapers, every journalist knows how much traffic they're generating to each of their individual pieces that they write, and they're monitored and measured on those. They have metrics they've got to hit in terms of readership. So if you can help with ideas that are going to get clicked and they're going to get read, then that's the kind of thing that journalists are going to want to pick up. But yeah, hope you find this useful. And until next time, I'll see you later. Before I go, I just wanted to let you know that if you'd like a personal demo of our tools at Keywords People Use, that you can book a free, no obligation, one-on-one video call with me, where I'll show you how we can help you level up your content by finding and answering the questions your audience actually have. You can also ask me any SEO questions you have. You just need to go to keywordspeopleuse.com/demo, where you can pick a time and date that suits you for us to catch up. Once again, that's keywordspeopleuse.com/demo, and you can also find that link in the show notes of today's episode. Hope to chat with you soon. Thanks for being a listener. I really appreciate it. Please subscribe and share. It really helps. SEO is not that hard. It's brought to you by keywordspeopleuse.com, the place to find and organise the questions people ask online. See why thousands of people use us every day. Try it today for free at keywordspeopleuse.com. To get an instant hit of more SEO tips, then find the link to download a free copy of my 101 quick SEO tips in the show notes of today's episode. If you want to get in touch, have any questions, I'd love to hear from you. I'm at Channel5 on Twitter. You can email me at podcast@keywordspeopleuse.com. Bye for now, and see you in the next episode of SEO is Not That Hard.